let's say I want to print a number from 0 to 10. So for I in range, so this is just an example to show you how range works actually. If I print I, so you see my values are starting from 0, then it's incrementing 1 at a time, and it's going till 10. That is 1 less than the value that I have defined here. So this is how the range works. So it starts with 0 and it goes up until the value -1, whatever we have given here. Okay, so if I write it in this way, like how we did in index, right? For any index, our starting value is 0 and our ending value is 1 minus the whatever we have defined. So it's exactly the same thing. We have a start here, we have a stop here, and we also have a step. We'll see it in the next couple of minutes. So if I give a 0, 11, it behaves in the same way as what we have given in just 11. But now if I change it to some other value, so my code will start in similar way. Now when I have given it 5, now it starts with 5 and it goes up until 1 minus the final value, up until 10, right? So if I want to print from 1 to 10, I have to give this value 1, 11. So that prints my counts from 1 to 11, 1 to 10. Now, if I just want to print the even values in from 1 to 10, right? So there can be two methods. The first method is I can define my range like this, 1 and 11, and I can just check it in the using a if statement whether this is divisible by 2 or not. If it's divisible by 2, I can print it. If it's not, I can skip it. So I'll show you that also. Since we have already completed if statements, I think this is fine. So if I mod 2 equals 0, so it's checking if it is completely divided by 2 or not. If it is, I can print I. So this is an even number. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But there is even a better method to do this. That is giving a step value and start value accordingly. Now if I give the start value 2, because we know our even number start with 2, and then at the end I can just give a step value like how we used to give in sequences indexing, right? So in this case, if I just print the values, now what my code is doing is just a second, yeah. Now if you see, I'm getting the exact same output, but within just a single line of code. I don't need to check the divisibility by 2, right? So in this case, what is happening is I'm starting with 2, I'm going till 10, but I'm going in a step of 2. So after 2, I'm directly going through 4. Then after 4, I'm directly going to 6. I'm skipping 2 values and getting the results, right? So this is the concept of start, step, and start, stop, and step. Start is where my value will start. Stop is the value where the program will stop or where the loop will stop, and step is the increment value. by how much will your start value be incremented, right? So in this case, I'm starting with 2. I'm incrementing my values by 2. That is, after 2, I'm getting 4, then 6, then 8. And I'm stopping when I've reached 11 or more. Okay. So this is one concept of range. And definitely we can also use user input function. So I can just take a user input function, enter a number, right? And I can write a loop for I in range 1 comma the value you inputted by the user, and I can print it. So it works this way also. So it can take even a user input. So if it's asking for, if it's asking me a number, let's say I am entering 5. Now I'm getting 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Because the last value won't be printed. It's always 1 minus the value that we have given, right? So one of the use cases in this case would be if you want to print a table, right? Let's say you have 1 to 11 and you want to print a table. So this into this equals this. Dot format, this will be your value which you want to print. This will be your I, and the last one will be value into I. So if I run this program, let's say I want a table of 4. See, I can just get a table of 4 in just couple of lines. Okay. So this is how we can use ranges in our program